Oloram, Sukegar, Paljate Tornervode. Welcome to Season 4, Episode 3, Under the Helm, The Way of the Mandalore, Keepers of the Way, official podcast. I am your host, Kadali Kabor. We are joined by Kando Draushea, Solokan Adika, our little battle dwarf, our local pariah, Dirge Delamort, Westmitten Mando, and Aranad Banal.
Hello. Hola.
Hopefully I said y'all's names right.
Yeah, you did. I do think it's funny everybody used to call me the pariah.
I mean, you did change your name to that in the Discord, so I figured it's appropriate to call you that.
Oh, totally. It's half the joke.
So we're going to start off the podcast with a usual reading of the Tenet. And I'll actually change it to the correct screen so it actually looks like I'm looking at the camera while I'm reading it. Instead of the camera here and me looking this way. Alright. Tenet 2. A Mandalorian must remain armored at all times, unless alone. A Mandalorian must wear at least one piece of armor at all times. And the item must be made of a material that can function as armor, i.e. steel, leather, Kevlar, etc. Such an item can be as simple as a leather cuff, a bracelet, or even a vambrace. The decision is left to the individual as to the extent of the armor. You could wear just the single vambrace, you could wear a full cuirass. It's up to you. This affirms that a Mandalorian is at all times defensive, but remains ready to defend innocent life and property when needed. Like weapons, a Mandalorian armor has a spirit that walks with them and helps to protect their lives and others. And like their weapons, it must be treated with reverence as a holy artifact of our faith in the Way. A Mandalorian is not ashamed of the Way. Therefore, it is best that a symbol of the Way, our sigil, be displayed in some way on the armor, and the armor must be visible to others whenever possible. As with weapons, being alone has the same meaning. Means it's your time for rest. You can be around family, you can be around friends, or you can be simply alone. So, now that we've got the reading done, we're going to go around and say what armor we all wear. And for those on camera, we can show what we wear. Except for I think mine's out in the car, so I might have to go get it. But I've got a archer's brace that I commissioned from Mark Masters, a leather worker in our guild. And it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. And I might actually, I'll actually be commissioning a full vambrace from him because I thought that's what I had ordered at first. But at the same, it's on me for not realizing what I was ordering. I thought all vambraces were the same. Turns out I ordered an archer's brace. An archer's brace, for those who don't know, only covers the top half of the arm. It doesn't go all the way around. It covers this part right here and leaves this part, the bottom of the arm, open. So what I did with mine is I took some bungee cord and I ghetto rigged essentially a best way to put it is a zipper for lace-up shoes. Like you can convert shoes from lace-up to zip-up. I took one of those and adjusted it for my vambrace, for my armor. Kando?
Got my little metal cuff that I got from Grant. Another one in the armors.
Yes, tap on the screen. Give me the likes.
Just normal steel and leather cuff. It's actually wear it so much to the point I have a tan.
Untamed, you're the other person in my life. Battle Dwarf, you're a... I'm hoping it's just the camera, but it looks like you're muted too, so we'll skip you and go on to... well, let's go to West Mitten, seeing as his picture's the first in the line.
Daily, I wear a regular leather cuff. So it would be a bracer. It goes all the way around, and it's like 6 inches long. I do suffer from the tan lines in the summer. I wear it, imagine that religiously.
Right.
It's there every day with me at work. It's every time I'm out in public. It might be covered because I do live in the Great White North. So
that's usually how mine is, except for in the summertime, where I'll usually wear the sweat wickening material.
Okay.
And it's always long sleeve because, like y'all know, I work in recycling, so try to keep myself as clean as possible.
Yeah.
But when I'm out of work, I'll pull the sleeves up and show off the armor. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's all good. Yeah, it's with me all the time.
All right, Dirge, what about you?
I've been sporting the same pieces of armor for the better part of a couple decades.
And what are those?
Yeah, I've got a trench coat that's got some armor plate in and outside, inside and outside of it that I put together because my life was a little fucked up. But it's got me through lots of things. And every so often I still put it on and walk around.
And I think if I remember right, you've had to replace a few items recently, or are looking to.
But it's more just I want to get stuff purpose built for some of the places as opposed to scanning them and depending on the shape and all that. So that'll be fun. I'm still using this company right now called Nova Steel. They do a hybrid of riot and handgun armor.
Okay.
Pretty decent. They do some really nice pauldrons of backplate, which they also have their own like higher end ballistic armors and plates, and backplate seems to interface with those pretty well.
Hey, Nessie, welcome, dude. Pilot Corps.
They also have a really cool handgun resistant buckler. And of course, over helmet as well.
You're a MegaCon. Awesome, dude.
I want you to check out Safe Life Defense. They've got 5x7 side panels that are 3A resistant, but they're, I think, like a 20th of an inch, like a 5th of an inch.
Oh, yeah, so with nothing, basically. That's great.
Yeah, they're polycarbonate, so they're lightweight, they're neutrally buoyant, and you could samurai style armor the back of your, like layer and sheet, the back of your coat there. I think they're $100 per sheet, so take them there. But
I'll have to look into that. Check them out. Because I think that's like a little lighter. Yeah, it's a godsend when it comes to defensive armor.
exactly.
So
I'll link to it.
I realize it may not be true armor, but I forgot about my helm, my boy Shay. So I decided to put it on. Candle's got his on now, too.
I need to actually pick up an official piece of Keeper armor, though. Well, that'll probably be an expense in the next quarter.
Yep. Also got the, I don't have it on me right now, but the Heart of Iron, the Kurota Beskar. Take it easy, Nessie. Enjoy the con, dude. I think I might start doing care packages with some of those in them. Or I'll get with the people who are doing care packages to include those. I mean, you gotta have the Heart of Iron. Yeah, words are hard. It's an identifier of our faith, and it identifies someone as Mandalorian.
Hey, another group get to hand out crucifixes and Bibles with their care packages. One can be essentially.
A heart of iron and a Glock?
I agree.
But hey, it could be.
Maybe just heart of iron and a hollow point.
I think the government might have something to say about that, though. What about you, Aranad? What's your go-to piece of armor?
So I kind of am a little bit more dedicated than most. I actually use a plate carrier with 3+ plates, front and back, and side plates. And I wear that, whenever I'm out of the house, when doing whatever. It's about 21 pounds, and so that with my sidearm with a battle belt and first aid kit is pretty much what I have on me. And Superman style, I do have a big old patch of the Keepers of the Way shield patch on the front of my plate carrier. Just with the hoop and look, hoop and yeah, what is Velcro? It's Velcro on.
Yeah.
What is
You
it?
don't need to do that tactical thing and follow it all around, because that's what it is.
Yeah. And so, like, I just wear that, and I mean, it's a decent workout, and you do get pretty sweaty and smelly in the summer, and in the midst of doing any strenuous labor, it kind of adds on to it. But as long as you clean it, once a week, or yeah, it definitely gets less smelly and less And
I love that you say that. I can recommend Brad a gear cleaner.
what's your recommendation?
This stuff's called Bio Cleanse.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. As well as a cleaner that I use. I use Miss Myers, and it's a organic cleaner. So I just do I just use one part Miss Myers and 9 parts water, and it cleans it. I just spray it on there, I wipe it down, and then after that I take a alcohol wipe and I just finish it off, and boom, everything's super nice. What I like about my plate carrier from Spartan Armory is I can actually take all the plates out and wash it in the machine.
That's the big one.
Yeah. So if it gets dirty, with mud or whatever crap that I may run into, or even bodily fluids of the iron-based kind, just put it with a capful or 2 shots of vinegar and 2 shots of lemon juice, and put that in the machine. It should get it right out.
Nice. And full gets right.
I thought it was always wear red so they don't see you bleed.
No, that's where you wear brown pants.
Yellow.
Yeah, maybe that's why Wolverine wore yellow.
Yellow, brown, and black.
So I dropped the link for the panel that I was talking about in the group chat there and the Discord.
I see it.
You might want to check them out. They're real thin and lightweight. I think they weigh like less than a pound for a full plate, and then it's 38. They're pricey.
Yeah, you ain't shitting.
They're pricey.
Wow.
And
That's why we do all this stuff inaccessible and talking that. It's,
Right.
price at a range, but you can still buy it if you want to spend, a mortgage on your house.
Yeah, if I want to skip one of my rent payments.
Yeah.
But it's one of those you buy it and what is it cost to your life to you,
Yeah. That and then some buy one, try one kind of product.
Yeah. Well, until you have to replace it.
And in 5 years.
And with the
Your tax return every 5 years.
well,
Man, shit, my tax return won't even cover one of the 4 payments of that.
I'm used to having kids. Well, mine
Yeah,
this year anymore either. That sucks. Thanks for reminding me of that. Just for that, you lose the game.
it wasn't me this time.
Why?
wait, what is the material of this? Because I've read something similar to it.
High density polyethylene.
Okay,
It's just plastic.
so
It's just the way it's bound together. It meshes and
I actually don't know information how it's produced. It is with the Hyperline level 3A panels. There's actually a simple name for its manufacturing, like its properties. It's magnetically aligned plastic. So it's essentially these
So they find all the clubs in the field.
They melt down polyethylene and then it passes a very, very, very strong magnet. Think of like an MRI strength magnet. And it basically creates the poles and then the molecules, and they align, north to south all the way through. But the thing is, within the production is you have to dump a ton of energy into making a only finite amount of this magnetically aligned plastic. Yeah, it's the same stuff as the Walmart sacks that you get at your local grocery vendor, but at the same time you get the same strength as steel or even ceramic at 16th the weight or a third the weight, and depending on your thickness, and that is extremely valuable, especially for handgun rated armor and riot armor, to where you can actually get pretty thick with it, and you don't really have to carry the bulk. But it's been this kind of armor has been around for the past 20 years, but now since then it's been like prohibitively expensive. But now, it's kind of like the technology of TVs. As soon as it gets cracked that everybody can do it, once they get the cheat sheet, it gets lower and lower and lower in price, and now it's getting lower to where everybody can have it. Asterisk, but not everybody has the availability to have it.
3D printers.
3D printers are actually not able to be done with magnetically aligned polyethylene.
No, 3D printers is the point everyone can have one.
So,
Yeah.
so my answer was correct. It was just not as long-winded.
Yeah, I've been super interested in this technology for the past 15 years.
it's okay, like your rhythm flow.
Yeah.
Rhythm with tism.
I mean, ever since I saw it in the, it was actually somewhere in the late 2000s, is in SHOT Show, actually.
It was like 2008, 2009.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It was right after the Dragon Scale armor flopped in testing, and it was the next big thing, and then nothing came about from it forever.
Yeah, but I'm super interested in seeing how it holds up in ballistic testings, because I believe NIJ 007 is a little more strenuous than all previous farmed testing as far as armor goes.
So I have to ask you, speaking of like armor, have you checked out Tenet's Roman helmet?
Oh God.
I don't believe so. I do have a armor that I have, or a helmet that I have pointed out. But what I'm probably going to do is put in a layer of soft armor in there,
Yeah.
I kind of nestle my cranium, but of course the weak part will probably be the T visor, which will probably end up seeing if I can get some AML, some optical see-through aluminum that is bullet resistant as long as it's in half inch or thicker. And
You know, a company that does that right now, because the last I heard was just NASA using crystallizing aluminum.
so there is an aircraft company in Midville, Arkansas that is licensed by Walmart that is selling it. But again, it's in short supply. But I only need a little bit. I just need like a little flavor.
Do you know, because I'm just interested in that, you know what I mean? That's why I'm asking questions. Do you know what it is per square foot?
Oh, it's per square foot. It's like probably around $1,200.
Yeah, that makes about right. Yeah, but I mean, some people go
13.
yeah, so that's not bad though. Man, I wish you luck.
It's gonna be a while, but I mean, when I finally have it, it's gonna be a helmet that can take a beating, or at least the handgun take a beating. Because I don't want to live. I don't want to live after getting shot in the head with a rifle. Like that's it. I'd tap out.
Yeah. So if you want to go with the pre-built, version, I dropped the comment he was talking about in the chat again.
Okay. I'll definitely take a look at that.
It is, I want to say 2,500.
Yeah, and I have looked at this before.
Why do you have to share so expensive of shit?
Well, you have.
Because if he didn't, then you would have money. And why would you want that?
See, the problem I have with this helmet is that it doesn't have the T-visor, so it has like the sunglasses kind of thing.
Yeah.
To me, that's important.
But it has fans.
It has fans, but like, I want the T-visor. I want Mandalore.
Well, the other thing custom, hey, you can ask him, see if you do a team riser for you. Yeah, you can put that out and Insta. He does custom drones.
Oh,
that's sexy.
You should see some of the stuff he's doing for SFGAC, man. It's like, yeah. And so he just came out with a half aspirator, so you can use a half respirator.
And see, that's the version that I was thinking of doing, because he integrates with, it's one of the two major, I think it's Avon Tactical that he integrates with.
It was announced in Shotco a couple years back, but I can't remember. I know that he does some of those, he makes his stuff mirror compliant.
Oh, that's what it is. It's mirror.
and I know quite a couple of years ago, there's just something called was it Galaxy Tac or whatever, or maybe firearm resistant helmet in the style of a Mandalorian helmet, and I thought that was pretty cool. But it seems to be redacted all across the internet, and I'm like, oh, I can't even get this now. It's like, why?
In other words, like on a police and disorder, or somebody came up and said, I want this project, and black it out.
Yeah, honestly, that sounds like it.
See, when I probably paid millions of dollars.
What was that, Gando?
DOT approved motorcycle helmet.
DOT approved ballistic helmet.
Well, honestly, if it has an NIJ rating, it's actually usually so it how the ratings actually would measure up. Something can be DOT approved, but not farm resistant. But almost every helmet that's farm resistant is going to be DOT approved. It just needs to be unobstructed to actually looking at your surroundings, and also just airflow. Just it needs to not restrict airflow.
It's kind of like not every finger is a thumb, but every thumb is a finger.
Yes, exactly.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
But the real question, guys, do you want to go Nazi with GI Robot?
And I'd rather do it myself.
Yes. Yes, I would.
Wait, there's one person who hasn't heard from.
Oh yeah, we need to hear from this one over here for her armor.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I got this from France. It's the leather with the steel. Yep. Yeah, instead of doing the all steel one, I just have the.
Oh, and I need to go get mine out of the car. I'll be right back.
But yeah, I also, as far as like future thoughts. These are future silicon thoughts. I've been looking into the concealable EDC body armor that basically is the same, like a little bit thicker than a tank top, but you can wear it underneath your regular clothes. Which they're. Sorry, what? Kind of, but it'd be more like a tank top. Like you can wear this under everything. And I think the plating was level 3, so it's not super expensive. I think the last ones I saw were like $100, $200 for the tank top carrier and the plate. But that's something that I am looking into in the future is because I wear tank tops all the time. And I think a lot of people wear tank tops, and it's super concealable, in my opinion. So I think that'd be a good investment to make eventually to help, like, of course, with those of us who are keepers, but just for safety in general.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Tenet, we need to have the armor showing.
Right. Well, we can have the armor showing, but also I think having armor underneath as well would be good.
For example.
Because, like, I work in a medical, like, not quite the medical field, but, like, medical adjacent, so I wear scrubs to work. I can't be wearing, like, a giant plate carrier. Oh, very nice. And I'm sure, like, there are others who are nurses or who wear certain uniforms to where you wouldn't be able to wear, like, a full plate carrier. So I think this is a good alternative for those of us who can't wear regular clothes to have kind of a concealable plate carrier / tank top armor.
So one thing that we haven't touched on when it comes to the armor stuff, sorry, I want to jump in, is that I look vulnerable to T30, T30, and it makes a great factor for plates and stuff like that, where it's a huge amount of the shot. Anybody else got anything on that?
Mm-mm.
No, but I do have a comment to go with what the Battle Dwarf was talking about, wearing plate carriers at work. Recycling is another industry where it's kind of restrictive on what is not fit. No, not even permissible. I'm sure I can wear it if I want. It's more, what is it going to restrict my movements to? Because I have to be able to get into machines to clean or repair. And I can't quite do that if I'm wearing a level big, bulky plate carriers. I mean, even with just wearing this, it stops my wrist from going in. It stops my hand from going in past the wrist. Like, one of our biggest issues is running over baling wire, and it's getting caught in our tires. And we actually just got a forklift back where the wire had wrapped around so bad that it just tore up the entire drivetrain.
Right. So yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, sorry for cutting in there. It's an important part of, like, hard plate soft armor is the backing. There sort of the shot for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My helmet looks like the Titanic going down. It's just slow. I've got it on a phone stand, and ever so slowly you can see it just going.
But yeah, My thoughts are, like, for sure, something visible, you know, like that is of the way, like with my wristband or wrist cuff. But also, I think that we should also be investing in things that we can wear underneath, like our everyday clothes, like a tank top or a t-shirt or something.
Now, they do make, it's not, obviously it's not going to be bulletproof, but it's stab resistant clothing.
Well, actually, there's a company that I have recently been looking at, and they have it is a tank top, it's a compression tank top, but it's level 3 where it can stop a 9mm.
Put it in the chat so we can look at it.
I think I know who you're talking about, and for some reason I thought it was stabby, not shooty.
So this is very loosely based on the current topic, but I'm just going to throw it out there so you can all that. There's a company that's kind of a tactical umbrella that literally is handgun rated A3.
No, I've seen this movie.
No, I'm shitting.
It's called The Kingsman.
Yeah, no joke. At a shot show, and a couple of the other shooting gun shows, a company that's running around showing the tactical umbrella. Doesn't have any of the cool stuff like a gun built into it or like, you know, street.
No, because that would require a NICS check here in the States.
I saw one that had a plastic screen cut out so you can see through it. But yeah, I saw that they were working on a bulletproof umbrella.
I need the hacksmith to finish his proto saber so that we can manufacture those.
Yeah, because I don't need to lose yet another umbrella. Like, I can't have a $3,000 bulletproof umbrella because I'm gonna leave that bitch on the bus.
I need this Hero Zero to get finished with his Under Armour skin for the Mjolnir armor so I can adapt that for my armor.
Well, you know, you can get a Kevlar body glove essentially, and while it doesn't necessarily have the bullet resistant values, you can actually layer it, cross layer it, and get most of the way there.
Insulation Zero is it's the undersuit full Mjolnir armor that is temperature controlled.
Yeah, I know of him, I'm subscribed to him, but without actually knowing. So the temperature controlling is just a waist or belt mounted refrigerant and pump system with fluid or fluid channels going throughout the bodysuit, and that's to keep the hot stuff hot and the cold stuff cold.
Basically, like the NASA.
Yeah. It's like, but what's funny is before they actually got developed for NASA, they actually were developed first for NASCAR.
I can see that. And then there's a fun side effect for very few people who have a genetic abnormality where they can't regulate their body temperature.
Right. So they just said it to, yeah. Right. So they just set it to 95 degrees and just let it do.
Where the fuck do you live? And I'm never visiting there if you keep your house or apartment at 95 degrees.
Oh, no. People who have regulation problems, it's you set it to a body temperature, so therefore the things that are getting above 95 can then be transferred to other places that aren't.
Gotcha. Okay.
That usually happens too on something like Amazon. That's another thing too. If you're wearing heavy armor during weather, you should invest definitely in a good cold vest.
Yeah.
I posted it in the voice chat, text chat.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. They don't have that work, so.
At the moment.
No. So, because we're all thinking about all of this heavy armor and talking about it, I posted Hyper Show.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's
Powered
an
exosuit.
exoskeleton. It'll let you go, I think, 500 kilometers.
What's that in freedom seeds?
But in freedom units, that's 2.2 miles to the kilometer, 2.2 kilometers to the mile.
240 miles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You said 240 miles?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's not bad. I thought you said it was 5 kilometers, and I thought that was like maybe 2 miles.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope system. The Orientality has an upper body exoskeleton, two different ones, but one that you would think of.
Yeah.
Pretty sure right now.
Yeah, the future is now, boys and girl.
Mandos, there you go.
Bod, or Bode.
Bode.
Well,
Unfortunately, we don't have a language lesson either because we have not been very active on that.
We should just like translate the boy and the dog, and then read that.
And here's the one that I was talking about that was for super cheap, like $300.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen that, yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool too. Alright, so we need to do under to like make homebrew exoskeletons.
Yeah. I mean, that's essentially how those products came about.
Yeah, the one I just posted also, I think, rated 3A.
Look, you're not getting mine this week because I keep shopping.
I do like the fact that it's just got a panel that covers your like important organs.
Right, I mean, it's supposed to be super concealable, though. That's...
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean though. It's kind of beautiful in simplicity because it gives you what you need without compensating or compromising the rest of the
Right.
garment.
Mm-hmm.
I'll still take my Hyperline.
Well, for someone who has nothing, this is something, and I'm on a budget.
Oh, yeah.
Budget? What's
I
that?
understand. I don't have any ballistic rated anything right now either. I'm just saying I'd rather pay the price once
Right.
instead of paying. Healthy.
Yeah, like a crane for pulling, I'm taking the vertical load off of heavy drills and other equipment, air quotes. I want to hook it to a big old minigun.
I was thinking when I saw I didn't think minigun. I thought
And shield.
no. I was thinking an MG42, but it's just 'cause something with classical lines to it. You know.
Right now, you can actually use it for if you modify a throw-weight to be bell-fed, throw-weights. The reason for their barrel manufacture, they seem to be pretty stout when it comes to metallurgy. So I mean, you could get away with a AR-10 style light machine gun that fires 308.
That's what my rifle is already.
Yeah, I've got a 308.
Reach out and touch faith. I'm just my rifle is close range. I'm a ground pounder and sneaky guy.
Yeah, 5.56 and shotguns.
I got warm fuzzy feelings when I think about the Gatling gun that's got shotgun barrels.
I also kind of want to crush the implication that people say like, oh, shotguns, close range. Well, yeah, but they can also reach out and touch stuff because if you have it depends on your
rifle.
So if you get
Depends on your loads in your barrel.
Yeah,
And your skill.
Your barrel. So if you get a conventional buckshot load, the effective range is about 50 yards, and that's not close range. accurately at 50 yards, and then it starts being helter skelter from there. But if you have a slug, yeah, it's going to drop a little bit more. But the thing is, everything's going to drop at the same rate because Earth's gravity is 9.8 meters per second, and so if you take something of a rock of equal weight and drop it as soon as you fire your projectile, it's going to hit the ground at the same time. It's just the difference is the projectile is going to be way farther over there rather than right where you dropped it or drop the rock.
Yeah, well, it's basis. It's physics.
So
I understand that 60 rounds a second with a buckshot or a bird shot. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're just deleting material at that point.
What about the dragon's breath rounds?
that is just alchemy and magic somehow able to be perceived by mankind.
I love them. There's stuff at home. I set my buddy's back 40 on fire, and it was wonderful. Like we had to run around with buckets of water and shit, but it was the best 5 minutes of my life.
Yep. There is kind of a roundabout way to get back to the main point. There's a shotgun load that has 3 slugs in one shot, to where it's the same equivalent to firing 3 40 caliber projectiles in one go, and it's 20 gauge, and you can get them for 12.
Nice.
Yeah, but they say on the box that they're accurate up to 75 yards as well.
Are those the copper milled ones?
Yeah, there's the copper milled ones.
Okay. I think I've seen those. I haven't had the pleasure of shooting those yet, but
I have. They're fucking awesome.
I've got
Have we done Conspiracy Corner yet?
No, we kind of got distracted. All right, so my conspiracy corner is the fact of there's more and more reports of a heavy particulate fog, and people are getting quite ill afterwards. Is this Simpsons predicting another thing? Fog that turns you inside out? There's your tin hat for today.
Yikes.
What do you think it is?
There's a lot. There's been some reports that there's some stuff that's been brought out to public, like for government projects and stuff. That like some of it's about nanoparticles. There's a running theory that the reason why people are getting sick is because it's just like a really like dense, basically like mold.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you walk outside and like you during fog and shine your flashlight and it's like these tiny little particles. These are actually quite sizable. What people are reporting, and everywhere it's been happening, people are getting like hardcore like respiratory problems. So, like it could be anything. I don't have a personal thing. I'm just bringing it up because there's been a lot about it as of late.
One of the reasons why it's literally called PFOG and has been called PFOG for 200 years, is to where it's a vapor that it's kind of reached the dew point to where it condenses in the air and it's yet to drop, but it's kind of being suspended.
It's almost there. It's like that fine line.
Yeah, it's that fine line, which the scientific term is usually buoyant condensation.
Yeah.
And so the issue is that the human respiratory system isn't designed to take oxygen from water vapor, and so it takes the space of free floating oxygen and decreases oxygen levels in the blood, attributing to respiratory syndromes.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, there you go. Now we need to get the mystery machine. A great day called the Scooby. Let's go, bro. Let's do this.
yeah.
I will.
But, okay, so is it a man-eating fog Or was it just Dirge after Taco Bell night?
I mean, that's also a distinct possibility. Could also be my own ego escapes. We'll never know.
Oh, shit.
The world may never know.
I know.
No.
You're going to have to put that on an effect now. The world may never know.
We'll never know.
Knowledge.
To kind of monitor what Dirk was talking about, to just monitor through your weather app the AQI levels, and it should tell you everything that you want to know as far as breathing conditions and whatnot, and just air conditions overall.
Well, happy early birthday, beautiful badass Endeavor. So, someone I'm trying to talk to.
I don't know if we know each other like that, and thanks for the early birthday, bro. It's at the end of the month, but thank you.
Technically, yours isn't for another, 4 years?
Yes.
Technically.
Hey, I'm just happy people stop doing these Tonka trucks and shit like that. I'm getting too old to ride in that hills.
About to say, are you legal to be in this live?
Well, I mean, technically, I'm 10 years old.
So no.
Old enough to take the creed.
Yes.
And your head is big enough for a helmet.
I mean, listen to this. My head is a helmet. I don't know if you guys got that hollow knocking sound, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that's my great.
Congratulations, your head is a watermelon.
One.
And it's right.
You have a helmet to protect your head. I have a watermelon to protect my head.
Well, dang, they got helmets on their heads, but I got a watermelon instead.
I love that so much.
But
I couldn't help myself. I had to. So yeah, thanks for everyone who tuned in on the live sides. Thank you everyone who will tune in later once this is posted. Hopefully here in the next couple days we'll have episode 2 ready to go. Because I haven't gotten a notice that it's good to upload.
why are you late? Shouldn't have been late. I'm not going to be such a nice host. Why are you late? What the hell?
Yeah, why are you late? Why aren't you tuning into the lives? So yeah, I have been your host, Kadali K. Bohr, the General Grievous, Cadus 1337. This is the way, Ibikruni. Don't forget to go check out all of our social medias for the way. We got these nice little QR codes all over the place. Takes you to my TikTok, my Twitch, Kando's TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Untamed Mando take you to her gallery of lives. You stream on everything.
I do. I stream everywhere.
I don't know about these people that are just chilling around as icons. I'm sure they've got some social medias that they would share as well.
Hell no. I don't got nothing.
I enjoy my privacy.
What is privacy?
Yeah, I was about to say, what's privacy?
I enjoy my illusion of privacy. Thank you.
How unfortunate for you guys. I actually have privacy. I live in a Faraday cage.
How are you on here then?
You just answer.
It's this magical thing called wires.
Yeah.
Wired connections, yep. So yeah, check out the links. Follow these amazing people. We will catch y'all in a couple weeks on the next live.
Ibikruni.
Ibikruni!
Running.
first met. It was simple and sweet, and now it's all falling apart. So just say